Here's Torrey. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Shutting the floor for the Warriors. Holmgren is out there with Podziemski. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's MP. And it's Robinson in at the center position. Now, here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And he lays it straight in. MP's got 24.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
6 seconds separating the shot game clocks. Pass to Bernard. Holmgren against Giannis. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The drive. What a dive!
Wow.
What a jam!
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. He caused a lot of headaches with his defense that quarter, coming up with steals again and again. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've made the most of the turnovers they forced, putting on a lot of pressure here early on.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter, we've got Jarris Walker. Also, Black out there. And it's MP in at the one spot. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Kings played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one. Here's Sohan. And Coles pulls it down.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
And the shot goes in. MP's got 28 points for the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Sohan. Three-pointers off the mark. The Warriors have gone a nice 3-of-3 to start the second. Back to MP. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And it's in there.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Just stepped out of bounds as he tried to slither around the defender there. Good job by the D to cut him off.
The Nets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Sharp, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. The field for the three-point contest is about to be finalized. And I'll tell you, we have some shooters here who are going to make this year's event a very heated competition.
Kevin, it always is. There's more pride involved in the three-point contest than in any other part of All-Star Weekend. Each one of those guys wants to prove they are the best shooter in the world.
Well, you look at All-Star, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be...
something random and funny right here. You tell
Here's Bernard. No points yet. Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see.
So on the floor for Golden State, we've got Walker. He's out there with Anthony Black. And it's Coles in at the shooting guard. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Kings played.
Controlling the crowd like ventriloquist, many resurrecting if you're not feeling it. Smarty just beginning, we are not ending it. People say I'm crazy, I'm not defending it, no.
And they double up Giannis. For Brooklyn, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Sohan is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Cam Thomas. Then it's Sharp, and it's Bernard in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense, first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. He was really special on.
y'all trying to play us like optimists. When we firmly in our prime like optimists. Promoters of the email like Black that's a lot of games. And a couple of them with Derek and his rapper friends. Be cool enough to mention them, but not many other artists that I recommend. Lately I've been thinking what's pretty for the culture. Chilling the intense, really dancing in the corner. Twerking out, working, baby, getting over donut. Bitch, real friends, I got the feeling like a bowler. I do things much different than most of you. My raps like a slam dunk trying to post to you. Verse like this, make this what you're supposed to do. That party all night.
Cam Thomas out there with Sharp. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bernard in at the small forward position. So that's the next 5. Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that can keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
That sums it up.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. His numbers from that game jumped off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Here's Sohan. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Inside. Kicks it out to MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Bernard to win the cold spell. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks.
What I'm getting at. Christ the King and this season 5. He don't deserve no less than that. I'm gonna be stepping on tracks. You should know if you get in my way that I never let up. For some people that need to hear truth, they get beat down by lies and they told that they'll never get up. Few of them might even pull out that traffic on yeah. Put the gun, I'ma tell them that God, he won't all of your pain and I'm praying and what they do feeling is love.
About there with Thomas. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. And it's Bernard in at the 3. The small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, as always, Allie, for that great report. In stretches, he was absolutely down. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often.
Talking at their neck.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. We've got Cam Thomas, Jeremy Sohan out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Sharp, and it's Bernard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Kings played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And so he hits both.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Thomas outside. To snap the cold streak. And it's finished off by Antetokounmpo as he lays it in.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Well, Grant, for a late first-round pick, Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A., he's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide. This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's MP. That one's good for 2. MP's got 46.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Pass to Ferguson. Here's Traoré.
Thank you for everything. You're gone, and I just thank you for anything and everything. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Oh, babe. Ooh. Blessing.
And here is Antetokounmpo. He had 35 points last game up. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. Holmgren comes with the double team. Ferguson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Traoré. Then it's Thomas. And it's Bernard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now, here's Thomas. 17 points in his last outing.
And during his time in the league, the assist numbers have steadily improved for Thomas.
Let's go to the sideline and see what happens.
I'm guessing I don't understand it. I know we're not perfect.